morning all.
Good morning, ma'am.
So today I wanted to speak few techniques of HR related. How to face the HR questions. Only few questions I'll tell you. Just understand these questions and how to handle these questions. I'll give you some answers also. Don't use the language as it is. Understand the concept and use your own thoughts and give the proper answer. Especially when you face the questions of HR, be comfortable. Don't be in dilemma, don't hesitate yourself. Feel comfortable. Take a gap, small gap. So pause you can take. Think about the question, what he asked. Understand and give the answer. For example, a question is asked to you. Like whether you are unmarried or bachelor. This is the question. What do you answer? Now you are taking a pause so that you are saying that both are same, madam. Otherwise you would say bachelor, not unmarried. So that is why please think it twice. Take a small pause and answer it. Don't become nervous. And I'll tell you important question. That is, one is strengths and weaknesses. The HR will ask you always a question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? How to handle this question? Very important question. What are your strengths? Let's talk about strengths only. What are your strengths means always think that these are my strengths. What are your strengths? Don't simply give a one-word answer. I'm a hard-working person. I'm very committed. I'm having this. One-word answer will not work out. When you have to speak about your strengths, you have to elaborate it. You have to speak in wide range. Give the scope to the HR that you have all these skills. In that way, widely you have to speak. And your strengths should be only professional strengths, no personal strengths. Because HR is asking you professional, because you are useful for the organization, not professional, it's not at all matters. One candidate has given an answer. What answer he has given, you know? Strengths. 12 o'clock night, I can spend my time alone at burial ground. This is my strength. Is it a strength?
No.
What to do? HR, what he is going to do with this answer? Is he going to send the candidate to burial ground? No. So this is not the proper strength. Strength should be only professional. And I can work confidently. And I'm very committed. And when time comes, I can work independently. I can guide the people. And especially during my personal life also, I have done a lot of achievements. My achievements and all these things which have motivated, the same attitude I've been developing in the professional career also. During my college life, I have done all these things. These are my achievements. This is my strength. I'm very committed. I cannot give up anything. So this is my honesty. This is my commitment. This is my dynamism. Like this, you have to speak about your strengths. And at the same time, what are your weaknesses? Can you tell me? How do you handle these weaknesses?
Yes.
Yes.
If I involve in any work, I won't worry about the time.
Yes, very good answer, very good. Next. Mainly when it comes to the weaknesses, strengths you will handle it. Yes, I have this strength, I have that strength. When it comes to the weakness, you must be very careful. Never tell your weakness to the other persons. There are some candidates who says that I have a fear of facing the people, this is my weakness. Lack of communication skills, this is my weakness. No. Never give such kind of negative feelings. Negative feedback, never give it. Better to say, it's another way, one way of communicating. Better to say that I don't have any weakness. No, madam, I want to say some weakness. I have some weakness. How to say your weakness? Say your weakness, but your weakness should become a strength to the organization, as she said. In that way, you can say, for example, unless I complete my work, I cannot take rest. This is my weakness. Yes, unless I complete my work, I cannot take rest. It means you are very committed, indirectly you are saying. You are very committed towards the work. Or otherwise, I don't have a habit of saying no. This is my weakness. Means, whoever assigns any work, you are able to do it. You are not arrogant. You are flexible. So this is your weakness. And what else you can say? Any other weaknesses you have? So any of your weaknesses, it should be strength for the organization in this way. one candidate during mock interview and during taking the real interview of candidates, one candidate has given an answer. What is that answer, you know? What is your weakness? He said, chocolates is my weakness. A boy saying chocolates is my weakness, it looks very odd. No. So never say that. It is your personal. Do you expect HR to give you chocolates? No. And one candidate has given an answer. My strength is my mother. What's your weakness? My father. No. So this is also wrong. Never say such kind of things. Only professionally you have to speak. My strength and then my weaknesses. So here you are going to leave an impression. Here you are going to give an impression to the HR that this candidate is having all this. And honestly you have to speak. Whenever you are saying that I'm straightforward, I'm very committed and honest, I do all these things and I'm hardworking and as well as smart worker also, when you are saying, it has to reflect in your personality, it has to reflect in your face. A candidate who is saying that I'm very confident, where is that confidence? So whatever you are speaking, it has to reflect. So say it very strongly. When do you say, unless you have the quality, unless you implemented the quality, it can't come outside. So the face value sort it has to change according to the answer. This is the way to handle the strengths and weaknesses. Any doubts? Yeah.
Why the interviewer should know the candidate's
Sorry?
weaknesses? Why should the interviewer know the candidate's weakness?
Yes, very good question. Candidate want to know how do you give the answer. A HR want to know that what are your weaknesses. You are going to say frankly or not. Do you have any weaknesses? As I said, one candidate is saying that I don't have communication skills. I have a stage fear. I can't face the people. When you are accepting such kind of candidates are there, then give this kind of answers. Very easy to know that when he is agreeing by himself, the candidate is agreeing, then easily we can filter it. So that's the reason they wanted to know your weaknesses. And how do you answer it, whether you have the quality or not. When you are saying about yourself, definitely it would be the correct answer. That's the reason they'll ask you always this question, strengths and weaknesses. Any more doubts? Okay, next question. Always you will get an answer, a question that what are your hobbies? What are your hobbies? It will reflect your personality. Hobbies will reflect your personality. What you are going to portray yourself. So select hobbies which are good, which will give an impression, which will give you a very good of attitude. In that way you have to select your hobbies. For example, what are your hobbies? Yes? Reading books. Okay. Next. Do you have hobbies? Yeah, cooking,
Playing games.
watching TV, playing games,
Coin collection.
coin collection, very good. Listening to music, why hesitation? Yeah. Next. And mainly remember, when you speak about your hobbies, you will have counter questions. And it will reflect what you are. What is the impression you are going to leave on the HR? So that is what they wanted to see. Hobbies they'll ask you. You'll have counter questions. Say for example, you have said reading books is my hobby. Counter question is that, what kind of books do you read? What kind of books you read? You say that novels or something else. What is your recent book? You'll say by mistake or anyway, fortunately you remembered and I read this book. Okay. But can you tell me the essence of the book? Be ready. You can't fake it and you can't say sorry also. Whatever you choose it, be careful. And they wanted to assess your honesty as well as communication skills, as well as your sincerity, all these things will come to know. And another way, you said just now, cooking is my hobby. What do you cook? You have to say something. I cook this. Can you tell me the recipe? Start saying recipe. I take this and I marinate this, I cut this and I cook it like this. Something you have to speak. And somebody says that my hobby is watching TV. What do you watch? News. Which channel you watch? My next question. You'll say some channel. What are the headlines of today's newspaper? News channel, something like that. You'll have these questions. And playing chess, playing cricket, playing any game. If this is your hobby, you'll have next question is how do you play? Don't give an answer with bat and ball and play cricket. What they mean to know is that they wanted to see the methodology. How do you play cricket? You have to tell the rules and regulations of the cricket. So in that way you have to handle it. And another one, reading newspaper is my hobby. If reading newspaper is your hobby, your counter questions will be, what paper do you read? Then you have to say your new newspaper, either Hindu, DC or whatever paper you are reading. Next question will be, what are the headlines of today's newspaper? What would be your answer? Right, today I forgot to read. No, you are out. So, whenever you are choosing this newspaper reading is my hobby, then you must be prepared the headlines of today's newspaper, what paper would you read it. Just because of this you get the job sometimes. Just because of this also you get the job. Because you are sincere, you are able to answer it properly. So in that way you have to answer it. And what else your hobbies? Apart from this? Singing? If singing is your hobby, yes. The HR may ask you to sing a song. Recently I have uploaded one video. In that video I asked the candidate to sing a song because she said that my hobby is singing. I asked her to sing a song. Comfortably she sang. When this is your hobby, you should not hesitate. You have to sing. And HR does not want to see a melodious voice. HR does not want to recommend you for playback singing or not going to give you any award or reward. Why do they ask this question is to check your spontaneity, whether you are shy or not. In another interview, one candidate said the same answer. Singing is my hobby. We asked him, can you sing a song for us? One Telugu song he chooses. That is Appudo Ippudo Ippudo Kalagan Nanicham. The song he was singing very literally like a poem. Literally like a poem he was singing, and we all were laughing. But he was not bothered about it. He's least bothered about that. And he started singing continuously, and at the end he got the job. Don't think that because of singing in the song he got the job. He did it very well. Interview he did very well. But singing is also, though voice is not good, he is least bothered about the people. You don't have a fear. So just because of this, he got the job. That is why hobbies, whatever you are choosing, which is going to give an impression on you, choose it very carefully. Any more questions on this? Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Ambition. Generally, you have to speak about your ambition in self-introduction itself only. When you give your self-introduction, you are going to speak about your name, take your name, your education qualifications, achievements, professional and personal, and project work or experience, anything you can take, hobbies, and your strengths, ambition, everything we have to speak over there only. Suppose you did not speak about your ambition in the self-introduction, then HR will ask you definitely the question, what is your ambition? What do you want to do? It shows that what are your plans? What do you want to do? What is your career objective? This is what they wanted to know. Otherwise, this will leave an impression on you. So please be careful. How do you answer this question? What is your ambition? Anybody? Yes, anybody? What is your ambition? What do you want to do? No ambition? Feel comfortable. What is your ambition? To become a HR. Oh, very good. Say confidently. Suppose you are sitting in front of HR. To become a HR. No.
To be top in the company.
Sorry?
To be top in the company.
To be a high position in the company.
Want to be in a higher position in the company. Very good. Okay. Financial management. Manager you want to be. Want to play a major role of the financial area. So what you wanted to say, what is your ambition? Say it very confidently. This is my ambition. Can I say it in low voice? No. Always strongly say it. I want to become a HR manager. I want to play a crucial role in the management. And I want to be expertise in the finance area. I want to be in a higher position in any of the company. Rather than speaking like this is everybody will speak like this. One word answer. I want to be like this. No. You, the MBA student, should not speak like this. You should express your ambition or goals in a different way. Take it like a short-term ambition and long-term ambition. Short-term ambition. Don't say short-term ambition. You can say presently, my ambition is presently I want to settle down in any MNC company, like your company, and I want to take a platform, I want to learn the work culture, I want to improve myself, and after that, after 2 years, I want to see myself at least 2 to 3 increments than the present position. After 5 years, I want to be a manager, I want to be a CEO, or I want to play the major role. And after 10 years, I want to start my own business, I want to be an entrepreneur, or I want to take your position. Like this you have to speak. It is a perfect way to speak about your ambition. Isn't it? Don't speak simply, I want to become HR manager, I want to become a finance manager or marketing manager. Simply it will not work out. But what you are speaking, it should be well planned, well structured, well cleared. You have a very good idea about your future. In that way you have to speak. When you speak, your facial expressions also should change. Yes, this is the ambition I have. That should reflect in your face. Don't give normal plain face. Am I clear about this?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have sometimes different kind of questions. Apart from this regular questions of HR, you have different questions to check your mental level. Never give the answer just one word answer. In interviews, please remember, you have to speak more, HR will speak less. How much I have to speak, madam? Got it all? Yes. I'll tell you. 80% you have to speak, HR will speak 20%. 20 is to 80. If HR asks one question, start giving the answer, yes, this, continuously you have to speak, you have to elaborate, you have to take example. So in that way you have to speak. Suppose, I'm going to ask you general question. Don't give one word answer. Never give one word answer. The question is, it's to check your mental level. The question is that, if you get a lottery of 1 crore rupee, would you like to continue in my organization? This is my question. How do you answer this question? Generally, most of the people will say yes or no. Over. No, you shouldn't answer like this. Would you like to continue if you get 1 crore rupee of salary? You have to, generally your answer will be yes. By mistake, if you say no, you'll be out. Negative feedback, and you are agreeing that if I get a job, money, I will not continue. This kind of candidate nobody want to take. So you'll be out. So generally people will give yes answer. Rather than giving simply yes, you have to speak, you have to elaborate the weightage why you are saying yes. What is the reason of yes? Yes sir, I want to continue my services in this organization because I am committed to the work and I love the work. Work is worship for me. And where I need services, you have given me a platform. How can I leave the company? And I can't live without the work. And I'm very committed. I wanted to improve myself. Money is a part of life, but it's not everything. Money is not everything. Like this, you elaborate, you add your thoughts and speak like this. This is the way you have to speak. Any doubts here? Okay. Am I clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
And also you will get a different kind of questions. What do you want to do in future? Okay. As I said. And what do you know about my company? Suppose my company is Wipro company. What do you know about my company? This is also one of the very damn sure question. This also you have to prepare and what do you know about my company? You have to, wherever you are going, if you are going for Wipro placements, if you are going for TCS, if you are going for Infosys, whatever company you are going, get the details of the company. Where do you get the details? Yeah, websites are there, company websites are there, go to the websites and you can get a lot of information. What kind of information you have to take? Take the information related to the company, when it is established, what are the products they are producing, and where are the companies established, what are the branches they are having, and what else they are having, and what are the credentials of the company, what are the strengths of the organization, what is the capital they have invested, and who are the competitors. Study a little bit in depth and go. The moment when they ask you, do you know about my company? What do you know about my company? Start giving your information. You have collected already, you have prepared very well. Give the information. There will be very much impressed with your answer, because a candidate who is coming with preparation means he is interested. She is interested about my organization. This is the way you have to handle the same question. What do you know about my company? The same question you can answer to the another question also. What is that question is? Why should I hire you? Why should I hire you? Means you can speak about, I heard about this organization and speak about the total information about the organization, and I want to be a part of this organization and I want to show my skills. That's the reason you have to hire me. And that way you can answer it. And why do you want to work in my organization? This is another question. This is also one of the important questions. Why do you want to work in my organization? Again, praise the company. You have the details of the company. This company is one of the leading company which will give a platform, which will give a good knowledge to the candidates. So this is the company where I can start my platform. And this is established. Whatever details we have already taken, that details just put it in front of them. And if I get an opportunity to work in this organization, it would be a great opportunity. I will be privileged and my career will be in the right way. In this way, I can just. Okay? So, any more doubts?